I've got a brand new Microsoft tenant with E7 in it ready to go. I'm excited to share it with you, especially in relation to Purview data security posture management. Let's take a look together. So here we are, shiny new tenant. We've got some E7 licenses here. We're good to go. Let's switch over to Microsoft Purview and see what we have got. Now, I want to focus on this video on DSPM. So we'll go right into it, the new solution. I'm not interested in the classic solution anymore. I want to see all the good stuff that is in here. And right off the bat, I'm going to go through the posture option here to show the highlights, the overview, if you like. We can see here that Security Copilot is accessible with suggestions right from the get-go. We can see which devices were involved in exfiltration activities. We can ask it other pre-canned questions, and if we click it, it'll open Copilot on the right and it'll do what we've asked it to do. It's probably not going to do this right here because, yeah, as I suspected, my PIM isn't activated. I don't have that role of elevated privilege right now, but that was just to show you you can do that from there. We've got some key posture metrics here. We can get information on classified and labeled assets, activities covered by DLP, data protection alerts that have been triaged. I've got no data in here just yet. I'm going to have to work to get some data into this tenant so we can potentially do some meaningful demos that will be of interest to you. Next, some featured insights, and the first one really excites me. We've got secure AI data for apps and agents built in Microsoft Foundry, which is awesome. And these apps may be accessing sensitive data outside current security policies, and we can enable integration to extend data discovery, monitoring, and protection to all the Foundry-based agents that you might have in your organization. You can click on here and go right to Foundry and get started with that. Again, I'm not going to drill into that because I want to do some of these things in their own videos. This, I want to just do a little overview of what we're seeing as we go into this E7 tenant with DSPM and the new experience. Okay, what's the next insight that we can get right from the posture screen? We can gain visibility into AI agents across your organization. This is going to take us to the AI Observability tab if we want to. We'll take a look at that in a moment because that's a really cool one. We can also, if we go to the next one, look at a posture agent and start a new exploration where the posture agent makes it easy to scan communications for sensitive scenarios using natural language. That sounds like a really cool thing to be able to do. And then finally, we can speed up investigations with security Copilot prompts in DSPM. We can do that via prompt books, which we can try, and if we click on that, we can get all of these. I mean, this is nothing new. These are prompts and these are prompt books that we can use in this context, but that is really, really cool. Let's go down a bit further and we can see what are our top objectives to protect sensitive data. Well, we want to prevent data exposure in Copilot and 365 Copilot interactions. We can, right from here, we can view a remediation plan for that, what we need to do, the policy details, all that good stuff. It's going to give us all the information we need to apply that. Same sort of thing with prevent oversharing of sensitive data. Right from this posture screen, it gives you all this good stuff. We can see a data snapshot from this overview screen as well to understand your organization's data exposure for newly accessed or modified data and older data. So we've got stale data, we have got exfiltrated information there, we've got fresh data with that information as well. And as we build up content in the tenant, we'll be able to see posture trends here over, by default, the last 30 days. At maximum, and so on and so forth. So that is the posture screen. Let's go into objectives, and we can see some of these in a bit more depth. So we can view and track security objectives for your organization right from here. We can filter this by data protection specifically or data discovery, or we can just go with the default view. And here we can see more of these and we can see what state they're at. I've got a yellow warning on these ones. Prevent exfiltration to risky destinations. This one is complete, so I could actually mark that as complete. I could look at Copilot prompts that are relevant to it that I might want to apply. Very, very cool. Discover unmonitored data sources referenced by AI apps. and so on and so forth. And there's a couple more there. I was going to say I won't drain them, but there's only a couple more in there. This is the key one for me, the one that I think is absolutely critical as we move forward. I'm sorry again that there's no insights yet that I can share with you, but I just want to get across to you what this does, why this is here. And we can see that we can get a centralized view of agent activity across the org, and we can split this between agent registry or all apps and agents to get the different views here. And you're going to see in Purview and Defender and other services like Entra, this toggled view from now on, which gives you that agentic view as opposed to more classic views. But we can see that we've largely got no insights yet on data currently being it's telling me the data is currently unavailable, so there's literally no insights yet. So I don't know what these boxes will ultimately show in terms of the key metrics. The agent registry there as well, nothing in there, but you get the idea, and we will come back and see what we can see in there. Here we can discover certain things in the Discover section. We can look for apps and agents. This is a preview feature, and we can understand the depth and breadth of Purview protection for AI applications and agents over the last 30 days. We've got some stuff in here. We can see Copilot Studio. We can see the protection status, lots of columns here that we can look at, user trends, prompt trends, etc., data compliance, and any agents that are associated with it. If we click on Copilot Studio, for example, we can see that at this stage we don't have any detailed metrics, so we'd have to come back to that. Copilot, again, I don't expect to see anything relating to this tenant just yet, but I was so excited when I got this tenant. I just wanted to show you it and see the sort of things that you could do. So that's apps. If we go over to agents, we don't have any agents showing here yet, and it might take 24 hours or more to start detecting activity. Speaking of activity, we can look at Activity Explorer, very familiar to us as Purview people. If you've been watching the channel for a while, we know that in Activity Explorer, we can see all sorts of stuff, and now we're going to get data security posture management content in here relating to activities for users and for agents as we go forward. We can see that we can filter that via all activity types, so we can go for AI activities as well. We can see data risk assessments here, and we can toggle this between Microsoft 365 and Fabric, which is really, really cool. That integration with Fabric and Foundry and all that sort of good stuff is taking place and coming into play in these new features in the new DSPM experience. We can set policies in here, and again, I can't create them right now because my privileged information management is not elevated. I'm only a reader just at the moment. We can see we've got a DSPM for AI policy relating to a default DLP policy to protect sensitive M365 Copilot interactions. And we can see that that is in the testing phase. We can click on it and we can get a bit more detail. We can edit the policy right within DLP, and very, very cool stuff indeed. As we go, I will get this tenant with some content in it, and we can start drilling down and see some of that E7 and agent goodness. We can see any tasks that we've got. This is important. If this is a brand new tenant, so I really will need to go in and do some of this stuff. As you can see, I can't do this right now because I don't have the permissions. I need to do my PIM escalation to sort this out, but I will go in and I will make sure I've got everything activated. I've got one tick box in here. I've protected my data with sensitivity labels, which is really, really cool. So these are things that we'll need to go through. Remediation actions as well, very important to make sure we're doing all the right stuff to remediate things, as this refreshes not so quickly, so we'll not dwell on that, but you get the idea. And then finally, there's reports, and here we can get a unified view of insights across data sources, users, devices, and activities to help you track that sensitive data usage and policy coverage, user behavior, and AI-related risks to enable faster investigation and better security posture decisions. And you can go in and look at Copilot, policies with AI workloads, AI usage, and risk. So many things. I'll not drain them all, but most triggered DLP rules, for example, and we can go in and see the key metrics that are going to match these. It summarizes the most frequently triggered DLP rules, and we can see a lot of good stuff in there. So there you go, exciting stuff. Expect more from me on this tenant, on this subject. It's very exciting times. Can't wait to share more with you. So there you go, a whistle-stop tour of what it looks like out of the box. Brand new Tenant, E7 licenses there. Little whistle-stop tour through Purview, data security, posture management, the new experience. Lots of exciting things in there for us to get our teeth into and start playing with. You can be sure that I'll start populating this tenant with some content. I will be back with a few more deeper focused sessions on that very, very soon. Watch out for it. In the meantime, thanks for watching. As ever, I'm going to ask you to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please remember to hit the subscribe button as well. And take care, stay safe, do travel well. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.